I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she already done had her.
Hey, what is up, all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin, and I'm back with another video. How are you, Nick?
I'm super
duper.
great.
Great. So this video is going to be about two different things. I want to talk about Amanda Ensing and some very... Esther. Some very interesting findings that were sent to me about James Charles that I don't think anybody else has really connected the two together. It's kind of interesting the way James Charles words things because you'll just have to see in the clip. But before I jump into that, I would like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Scentbird. I would just like to give a quick shout out and thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Some of you may not know what Scentbird is, so I'm here to give you the tea on it. Right now, if you go over to scentbird.com and use code Dustin, you'll get 30% off your first month, which is a savings of about $5. And with Scentbird, you get to do all these different quizzes that literally ask you what you look for in a cologne or a perfume, and they'll give you a lineup that you can choose from. And when you choose one, you actually get sent this cool little thing that is really unlike anything I've seen before. It's kind of like a lipstick, but for a cologne, and it has this massive vial in it. Now, this is a 30-day supply of a cologne. This one is actually Versace Eros. I love this scent so much, and these are very, very, very easy to travel with, so you don't have to worry about TSA taking your cologne that you paid $200 or $300 for. And that's another thing that you may not know about Scentbird. You actually get to try these different colognes. You can literally go in and make a list of colognes to send you. It's kind of like what Netflix was back in the day. So each month you get a different cologne, a 30-day supply. And this is not like a normal sample size. This is a 30-day supply. This is a sample that I got from Louis Vuitton. You can tell the major difference here. And literally for $16 a month, with your first month being $11, it's not that bad to try. I actually love this scent so much, and I probably just drowned myself out. Scentbird sent me a few different ones. This is the Versace they offer. They have a whole bunch of designer fragrances. This one is Valentino. I know a lot of women love Valentino. This actually smells very, very, very nice. And this one is Tommy Bahama. I love this scent. They did send me another one, but I have it in my car just in case. It's one of those things like if you run out and you don't have on cologne and you want to make sure that you smell nice, you can put one in your car. You can have one in a travel bag, a gym bag. These little things are very convenient to have around. With Scentbird, you also have the option to get maybe 2 or 3 different fragrances a month. Of course, the subscription is a little bit higher for that, but it's definitely worth it if you like cologne or perfume. They're all high-end designer quality perfumes and colognes. Also, if you really like one that Scentbird sends you that you match with on a quiz, you can actually go on Scentbird's website and buy the full-size bottle as well. So, I mean, that's very handy. So you're not having to look all these different places to find the cologne that you like. So I would like to thank Scentbird one more time for sponsoring this. If you guys are interested, the link will be in the description box as well as the pinned comment. Go use code Dustin, test it out, and if you like it, let me know in a future video. Thank you again, Scentbird, for sponsoring this video. So, as you guys may know, Amanda Ensing has really went off the deep end for a lot of different reasons. We've seen her canceled. We've seen her go on podcasts. We've seen her tweet out really crazy things. She's pushed a really crazy agenda, if you ask me.
What happened to the days where Esther Ensing was just getting accused of stealing merch?
Yeah.
Remember her merch where it was like swatches on the arm?
Yeah.
Cute merch, whoever came up with that idea.
Yeah, but it definitely wasn't her. But she basically went along with this whole insurrection thing. A lot of people are pissed about it. We understand why. We know why. That was a very bad thing that happened. But Amanda has pretty much really been pushing, like, and I don't like politics, but the way that Amanda has done things is very damaging to certain people because, like, she'll say really off the wall crazy things. But finally she addressed some stuff because there was Manny, Jackie Aina, and a few other YouTubers that did a collaboration with President Biden. A town hall. She had a lot to say. So she said, in quotation marks, "Trust the science. Biden gets 2 beauty influencers, Manny MUA, Jackie Aina, who took part in bullying, encouraging the beauty industry to cancel me for my conservative views and my faith, to push the shot. They said everyone has to get the shot to do their part and to get it if you care about other people's health. Biden also said many black communities can't get access to it because they don't have cars and live 500 miles away from pharmacies, that they don't have access to health resources." Jackie, a social media justice warrior against racism, smiled and thanked Biden as he insinuated black communities are poor or less than white people. "These influencers called me racist, ugly, asked for brands to stop sponsoring me, mocked my Christian views and more. They follow and support IG accounts whose sole sole purpose is to cancel and destroy people's careers. It's hypocrisy that beauty brands such as Sephora continue to sponsor them despite their lies and defamatory attempts against myself and other conservatives. Despite their lack of respect, acceptance, or inclusion of people who aren't liberal influencers are able to speak their minds and bully others who disagree, while conservatives are deplatformed, lose their jobs, and or canceled. The influencers are just being used to push a narrative. Their inclusivity and equality ends where your differing political views begin. Siri, define pandering. Whew, girl, that was a lot. Y'all are getting the edited version, but that was chopped up because it was a lot of word vomit.
Okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Amanda Ensing was not canceled because she was a Republican.
No.
Esther Ensing was canceled because, in my opinion, she was a little bit more up there with like the QAnon people, like the crazies, like the Trumpsters and all that. Because I know Republicans that at the beginning, when Trump first got into office, they voted for him. And then throughout it, they were like, oh, okay, like we made a huge mistake.
Yeah. And Amanda Ensing's boyfriend was even caught getting out of an Uber because he made a stink because the person was trying to get him to wear a mask, and they were just recently vaxxed. I think he had a card in his card that said vax for your protection, and he was like, I'm not going to ride with anybody that's vaxxed because they have shedding, and that's like a scientific thing. Like if you have a vaccination, like you shed the vaccine or whatever.
Oh my God.
But like it's literally crazy, and she supported this whole insurrection. She tweeted out all kinds of stuff about Trump and how do you remember when March was supposed to be a big thing? Like March, she was like, you're gonna see on like what, March 14th.
Yes.
Very QAnon stuff, very crazy.
Well, when the insurrection was happening, she was tweeting out things like, oh, here we go. Like she was like really down for it and then tried to backpedal on it.
No,
that is why you were canceled, Esther Ensing.
She pushes very, very, very dangerous thought processes, and like it's stuff that I don't want to get into, but she's canceled for a reason. You guys know that reason. I just wanted to give you the update on that because polyester Ensing is really annoying, and she really I really do think that she thinks she is canceled because she's a Republican, and that's just not the case. I mean, we could cancel her for that, but she's been canceled for a whole plethora of things that she has done on Twitter, and her Twitter ended up getting taken down.
Did it?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
they
her
deleted
Twitter
it?
account. Yeah, her Twitter account got suspended, so I think she got what she deserved, to be honest. But
probably lost
you
her
guys let me
shit.
know what you think about that down below. What do you think about Amanda Ensing? Do you think she has any redeeming qualities? Because I sure don't. I think she's canceled, and rightfully so. She got what she deserved. But now I want to talk about James Charles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so James Charles, you guys know, we've talked about him numerous different times here. You guys all know the details about all that. But we know that James Charles uploaded this video pretty much saying that he was taking accountability for his actions and messaging minors. And he admitted to doing that with 2 people. And a lot of people were pissed about it, rightfully so. He says that he's taking this hiatus from social media, but we haven't really saw him take a hiatus at all.
Blocking people on Instagram, Twitter, watching people's Instagram stories, things like that, but he's taking a break.
But here's the thing. In the taking accountability video where he took no accountability, the major thing that stuck out to people was James saying that he was desperate.
And I finally came to a conclusion. It sucks, and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
I always thought that was a very bold move to give people that soundbite. Like there was something about him saying that, like there was a reason for that. Like, because he's like, I'm desperate.
There was a total reason for that, and I said from the jump when No More Lies came out, he was hiding in plain sight, saying that the Dolans messaged him and checked on him with no receipt. He had a receipt for everything in that video, but them calling him, I never believed it. Never will believe it, right? Well, there was a video that the Dolans posted, and it was about 10 months ago, and it was pretty much addressing things. It was like a Q&A type of thing. I don't really have the name of it, but I'll have it on the screen here, and I'm going to play it for you guys. And I want you to listen to what the Dolans said when they were asked about James Charles and dating and all this different stuff.
I haven't dated anybody in a really long time. Grayson hasn't dated anyone since like 7th grade. Yeah, no, I haven't dated any of these people. I honestly, in full honesty, I would tell you I haven't dated anybody in a really long time. And I'm getting not too happy. Yeah, getting a little desperate. Not too happy about that. I can confirm that Grayson is getting a little desperate. I'm just getting a little very lonely. So if you want to call that desperation, I think I want to call it that. Honestly, we can.
So I remember this clip because I remember the video because everyone was like, oh, are the Dolans going to speak about James? Because whenever the Dolans post a video now, it seems that they want to clickbait off of that situation.
Of course they do.
So I watched it. at the time, I didn't think there was any drama.
Yeah, there's no drama really with what they said. It's how they said it, because I don't know if it's Grayson or Ethan, because I get them so confused. But they said they were desperate. They were desperate. So did James Charles watch this video and come to this conclusion that he was going to say that he was desperate?
Desperate.
When all of this stuff came out about him messaging underage children?
How effing desperate can you be at the time, 21 years old, now 22, a multi-millionaire, have everything going for you in this world. There's enough people that want to latch on to you to give you some D so they can get some shit out of you. How are you desperate for the D?
Because
I'm still confused.
He's desperate because
I am so confused.
He self-admitted that he would date as low as the lowest possible age. High school. And then he slipped up and said that
senior.
He was talking about, you're a senior in high school or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, some seniors in high school can be 16, 17 years old. So that falls right in line with what everything has been said about James Charles and accused of. You know what I'm saying?
God, he's so creepy.
So, I mean, do you find it weird that he would say he was desperate after the Dolans said they were desperate?
I don't know, because you know that he had that. There are many compilations on YouTube of him making the Dolan twins uncomfortable with his advances. Even and
Emma.
things. And
he made Emma.
That was my first interaction with James. Like back then, I made a video about the Dolan twins and him and how he made them uncomfortable, and he came swinging in my comment section. Like he was upset.
Yeah,
so I guess I struck a nerve.
Well, I mean, hit dogs holler. That's the truth. But you guys, I really want to know what you think about all this. Do you think that James Charles watched that and figured that that was like a scapegoat for him to say that he was desperate? Because it's just weird, all the stuff that happened with the Dolans and James allegedly, and then him to say he was desperate. Like, that's just like, that's not something that somebody would normally say.
Imagine all those rich people out there having everything in the world, everything going for them, just all desperate for some peen and vagine.
Yeah. But you guys, please let me know your thoughts down below about Amanda Ensing as well as James Charles. And of course, if you're interested, don't forget to go check out Scentbird and use code Dustin. You get 30% off. And I hope you all have an amazing day, and we'll see you all in the next video.
Bye.
Bye, guys.